All right, so we finished the penicillin, so let's do an overview. So this is going to entail like mechanism of action, mechanism of resistance, absorption, ADME, side effects, all that fun kind of stuff. So let's just start. So the mechanism of action of penicillins is inhibiting cell wall synthesis by binding the PBPs, which is penicillin binding proteins, and inhibiting the cross-linking of peptidoglycan. So it's bactericidal and time dependent, so time over MIC is essential with these bad boys. And then we've got mechanisms of resistance. There's, of course, the beta-lactamase production, alterations in the binding sites of the penicillin binding proteins, and then decreased penetration via outer membrane poron proteins. Ooh. So there's also synergy seen with aminoglycosides, which is kind of cool. So you can dose aminoglycosides at lower levels and they'll work together and kill the bug. So absorption. IV is obviously better than PO, but when it comes to amoxicillin and ampicillin, amoxicillin is better. That's why you see it more PO than ampicillin. Dicloxacillin is better than nafcillin, so you never see nafcillin PO. And then penicillin VK has better absorption than penicillin G. Usually you get penicillin G when you have syphilis and you get it IM. So distribution, widely distributed in fluids and tissues. Yay. It also has CSF penetration when the meninges are inflamed, and this excludes the ones with beta-lactamase inhibitors, so it's just the normal penicillins. So you wouldn't use Zosyn for meningitis. Elimination, unchanged in the kidneys, so renal dosing adjustment is required, except for nafcillin and oxacillin, those are metabolized by the liver, the good old liver. Sodium load, so there's high sodium in what I call TPNG, so ticaricillin, nafcillin, piperacillin, and penicillin J. Why did I say J? Penicillin G. Side effects, hypersensitivity. Everyone has a penicillin allergy. So there is cross reactivity between the penicillins, but I feel like they nailed that in our heads, so you probably already remember that. There's neurological side effects, especially in high doses with renal insufficiency. You can have seizures, that's the worst, irritability, jerking, and confusion. Hematologic, you can have allopeneias, leukopenia, neutropenia, thrombocytopenia. You can also have anemia and hemolysis, but that's rare, parentheses rare. And usually the penias are with prolonged therapy, and it's reversible. So once you DC that drug, your penias will go away. GI, you can have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. That's with any antibiotic. You can also get C. diff, colitis. Nobody wants C. diff. You can also have increased LFTs, so your bilirubin, your ALT, AST, ALK, phos might be elevated. You can also get interstitial nephritis, which is immune-mediated tubal in the renal tubulars. It's signified by an abrupt increase in serum creatinine. It's mostly seen in methicillin and nafcillin, so watch out for that nafcillin. Others, you can have phlebitis, hypokalemia, and then sodium overload. Remember, TPNG. Okay, so that was an overview of the penicillins, and yeah, hope that was a good refresher, because I know it helped me.